Wow. Okay. Well, it had a few phases. It started. It started when I finished the high school. Yeah, when could I say graduated from high school? I think I can say that. And I got to University of Economics, and I dropped out after 1 month. I didn't like it. And for the rest of the year, I did magic professionally. But then I started studying acting after that 1 year after graduating high school. So I started studying acting because I thought that will help me be a better magician. And because that took a lot of my time, so I gave all my like corporate clients and people who I was doing magic for regularly, I gave it to my friends, and I started doing theater and acting for film and so on, and did magic only in like cards a lot and close-up magic, because before I did a lot of stage magic. And then because of acting school, I started doing more of close-up magic. So then I did close-up magic because I started studying acting, and I studied acting for 8 years. Actually, I studied for 6 years, but 2 years I was in the world of theater. I did some film, I did some TV, but I never stopped practicing magic or reading books about magic. So I was basically preparing by studying magic from books, was preparing for the time when I get back to magic. And that happened after those 8 years, when I realized that my potential is greater in magic than in the world of theater or acting just itself. Because I found out that if I act, I always act, and sometimes I can add magic to the acting. But when I do magic, I always do magic, but I also always act. And that way, that's the only way to merge both of my loves, which was acting and magic. And that was the road to the happy life I'm leading now. Yay, I'm happy.
Wonderful.
Well, that's part of the story I just told you, and that was I studied acting in Prague for 3 years, and then for 2 years I kind of how do you say it? I struggled as an actor in Prague, trying to get into films and theaters and theater plays and things like that, and TV. And I didn't like it. And I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. So I thought, well, there must be some school where they teach me how to act. So then I went to the Strasberg Theater and Film Institute, which I thought is the good school. And there they taught me how not to act, because that's actually the way to better acting. And that, I think, leads us to the next question, which I'm sure going to be if I think that acting is good for magic. Yes, it is very good for magic, I believe, because as I mentioned, you cannot do magic and not to act, because you are a performer, and performer is from the word performance, or the other way, I don't know, but performance means that you have to perform, and acting helps you with that a lot. And as I said, acting sometimes is less of acting. Actually, acting is not acting, but you have to find out how to function in front of people and still look like a human being, right? Not to do anything like strange. I don't know, there are types of acting. There are character actors and there are character magicians, but magicians who do like a character, like Rob Zabrecki, amazing, or Sylvester the Jester, fantastic, Johnny Thompson, fabulous. Those are characters and they do it really well. But to be able to do that, you have to understand your character and you have to know something about acting. I don't think that Rob or Sylvester the Jester or Johnny Thompson would be able to do what they have done without understanding of acting. And then there are the other ones who are just themselves, but performing magic. And for that, you also have to know how to act, and that's the way of acting, which teaches you how not to act, how not to be overindulgent is the word, maybe. How to just be pleasant and how to be interesting to look at. I think those might be the words. And yeah, so if you ask me if it is important to know how to act for magic, yeah, yeah, it is. It really is. I think it really is. So if you're thinking about getting some acting workshops or workshops in improv or anything that has anything to do with acting, do it. Also, scripting is great. Scripting, script writing, that works. All of that, it's working really well for magic. So, if you want to do good magic, do that. Yes, that was part of my acting lessons. We had voice classes, we had singing classes. That is very important because if they don't hear you, if they don't understand what you're saying, the magic might be lost in either translation or pronunciation or hearing, well, somewhere between you and the spectator. So yeah, if you are not doing magic just with music, take voice classes. Yeah. Also, if you don't use your voice, if you're doing just magic on stage with music, you might want to take dance classes or movement classes or pantomime classes. Take classes in general. Classes are good. Classes are good for you in general. Whatever classes, cooking classes, take cooking lessons. That will help. I'm sure it will help in some way. Structure will help you with structure. Recipes. It is very similar to magic in the way how, for instance, you have all the ingredients and you put it in the food and you cook it and then you taste it and you think, something is missing. What is it? And you try it again. You add one ingredient and no, that doesn't work. So you try it again. Don't use that ingredient. You use a different one and say, now that's interesting, right? And in that way, that's certainly similar to how we do and work and create our magic.